to another installment of our series, Mental Health as Movement Health. Today we are talking about the yin and yang, hard and soft aspects of movement and being and thinking. If you have if you're drawing a hard line on something, you're immovable in your mind and not allowing anything to move that opinion or that judgment call or choice that you are making or that you have made. If you have a softer line, then you allow for some movement. There's a little bit more open-mindedness. There's a little bit of mental flexibility. And we want to find the balance of hard and soft. In Chinese martial arts, we have the external martial arts and the internal martial arts. External being the movements that you can see, that you see the Kung Fu fighters do. And then the internal martial arts are those that you cannot see, but you can feel. So hard movements allow for the muscles to be tightened, the bones to be exercised, the blood to be circulated into the system, and the soft then allow for pumping and moving. So hard and soft do the same. They produce blood flow, but they do it in different ways. One is a little bit more rigorous on the body. I'm sure you can guess that the hard is more rigorous on the body than the soft. So when we want to talk about health and when we talk about circulation, what's more sustainable? It's going to be the soft. That's why Bruce Lee said, be water, be like water, because it's flexible, but also it can accumulate and it can crash. So let's explore hard Qigong and soft Qigong and see what arises, what comes up, and how it's affecting our mental well-being. Remember, whenever we do Qigong, what is our goal? Relaxation, calmness, ease, and the semi-sleep state. That is the foundation of what we're looking at and what we're doing that helps produce the mental well-being, because that's always the foundation, whatever you're doing. Using the breath, using the body to maintain the state of ease. So here's the movements that we're going to do. Hard Qigong, we're closing the fists, tightening the arms, and tightening the chest. You could even wing out your muscles. I'm inhaling and holding the breath, and then on the exhale, deflating, releasing, letting it go. You could even wiggle the fingers if you want. So we're doing that again. It's not like a sort of inhale. It's a gradual inhale as you first clench the fists, tighten the forearms, feel the biceps, triceps, shoulders, and then wings. You can even extend and lift up the spine, head to the sky. And then exhaling, deflating, releasing. Making sure that you relax the fingers so you can wiggle them, open them up. What's your nervous system sensing and feeling right now? Again, inhale, clenching fists, forearms, biceps, triceps, shoulders, latissimus dorsi, wings. And exhale, releasing, relaxing. Remember the spine. Spine is possibly closing, contracting. Let's change the movement now. We're going to go inhale, circle up. After 1 o'clock, release, circle down. Relaxing, releasing, complete relaxation at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, starting to pick it back up again. Inhale, starting to tighten, clench, hard until the very most yang. Exhale. After 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, releasing. You can close your spine here. You could even kind of look down. Picking back up again. Inhale. Let's do one more. Notice the yin yang phase here. Yin slowly coming to its yang, slowly coming to its max until full yang. You're fully expressed, hard, rigid, and down. Yin starts to come in until the arms, hands are completely relaxed. And then yin changes to yang again. Now you start to engage as you circle. Inhaling, slowly tightening, building up until a full max. Careful with how much you want to express. If there's any sort of injury that's there, that's going to light up for you. And so you want to be conscious and aware of that. So you maybe want to go to about, if this is brand new for you, maybe to about 65, 80% of your physical capacity, just getting that tension, feeling the contrast of the hard and soft. Taking a resetting breath as needed. Inhale. Hard, yang, exhale. Soft comes in. All right. So we've got the basic pattern there. This is going to be another basic pattern that I'm going to show you, give you a little bit of the side view. This is mostly yang, soft, yin, mostly soft and yin. And this goes back to our spinal undulation and articulation. Again, if you need to refer to that root of all movement course, the Rome Fit course, which shows the spinal articulation, then look at the look in the description and find that, because we're using the spine wave here, allowing the energy to come up, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers, and then bending the knees, sinking the weight, feeling that start to bring hands, wrists, fingers down. You can see the S in the body, spine closed, hips, abdomen, chest, shoulders, elbows, wrists, and fingers. Inhale, here's our Yang movement. And exhale, our Yin movement. Remember, even though that this is a soft Qigong, Yin and Yang always continue to break down. So there's still a Yin and Yang here. The Yang is going to be the uprising, expanding, manifesting arms, and then the in, dropping, relaxing, descending hands. Inhaling and exhaling. When you're doing soft Qigong, that's really where you can start to hone in on the theta state, the semi-sleep state, and allow that ease and calm to come in. Knowing that psychologically, wherever you are, you're safe, you're healthy and well, and you're circulating your energy, your blood, lungs, breath. Taking care of your body. So let's combine those movements now. Let's combine the hard movement, the circle, yang, yin, close, circle down, relaxed, yin, yang, opening, hard to the max, yang at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock starts to. And notice how it mirrors the cycle of the day for us. So one of the things about our mental well-being is aligning to the daylight, where we're following circadian rhythm. When the sun rises, we rise. Our energy and our internal energies are in alignment with the sun, with the day and with the night. When the sun comes out, our body wants to rise, and we're going to do all the things that we need to do. And then when the sun starts to set, our energy does the same. It begins its cycle of rest and recovery. We get sleepy and get tired, and then we complete. So we want to align ourselves with the cycles of nature and the cycles of the seasons. That's going to contribute to our physical and our mental and psychological well-being. So we're doing the movement now. What we're going to do is we're going to put one foot forward, and this is going to just help with our dynamic and diverse frame and range of motion. So we've got one foot forward. We're in martial arts we call this a bow and arrow stance. Call this Deng Sambu, mountain climbing stance. See what that feels like. Feel yourself like 50-50. You might feel a little tightness, as you extend that leg back, but maybe you stretch that a little bit. Do the other one because you want to feel like you're relaxed, balanced, and rooted is what we're going for, rooted. And that's the thing is like if you have knee or if you have ankle, if you have hip or back pain, that's going to keep you from your theta state and your theta shift. We're looking for the theta shift. That's what's helping our Qigong movement and our mental state and physical well-being is that semi-sleep state where we calm down from our awakened, heightened, anxious state. We're looking for a shift to where we're just calm and ease. So, can these movements help to facilitate the state of calm and ease? That's exactly what we are searching for. So, when we're doing these movements, inhale. So, the hands are a little bit in front of you. Inhale. And here I close my spine. And then we're doing that circle. Exhale. Maybe just about 50% of your capacity. Exhale down. Notice how I sink my weight and I'm closing my spine because I want to use the whole body. Inhale, circling, starting to, and then here you can even exercise your energy. Your back expands, tighten. Go into our softness. And then from the legs, opening the spine, arms, energies fully manifested. Releasing, relaxing. And some people will ask, are you holding your breath? Yeah, you can kind of hold your breath. That's fine. Now, watch what I'm doing, going back to the previous movement, sitting back, not leaning back, but sitting back. Notice my tailbone shifts back. You might need a little flexibility in that back foot. That is slowly built over time. Now, shifting forward, the wave. Inhale back, sit back. All soft Qigong movement. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. All right. How are we doing there? Have you felt the theta shift yet? Have you calmed down from your excitement, from your anxiety? And are you in a state of ease? So If you haven't, I hope that you experience that and achieve that. And if you have, let's maintain it. We're going back now the other side. So remember, feel yourself balanced, weighted, rooted on your feet with your legs, hands in front, circle in, back starts to tighten, wrists, arms, max 1, 2, 3 o'clock, start to release, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Now, point the tailbone back, shift back as best you can, and from the back foot, extend the back leg. Feel that start to open up the whole spine, shoulders, elbows, wrist, fingers. From the back foot now, from the front foot, start to shift back. Back leg closes, starting to inhale, and then extending the back leg, allowing the unfolding expression of yang in this soft qigong movement. And you want to feel two movements as one. As you inhale and exhale, feel the movement not separated by back and forth, but integrated and whole, all as one movement. And what we'll talk about later on is noticing the transitions. That's what's going to help you kind of feel, sense a little deeper, is when does yang finish and then the transition from yang to yin. You know when there's yang, you know where there's yin, but how do you know when it's shifting, when it's changing? Now yin finishes, yang starts to express. Where does it start to express from? Where can I know when the change is coming? You gotta have the sight and the sense and the feeling to interpret and to pick up those messages where change is happening. And that's helping us in the yang, in the yin mental and psychological landscape. We have our sense and we have our feeling. We're going to inhale, back to center, exhale, bring the feet in, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and here, as you finish this last one, feeling yourself upright, feeling the arms, Hands, fingers, wrists completely relax. Feel the shoulders relax, letting that tension go. Fully holding your body's weight upright, slightly tucking in the chin, holding the head up, head trying to touch the sky, connecting to the heaven energy, right? Remember the three grand powers, the Sansai, earth, heaven, and humanity in between as the large universe. And within that large universe, each of us has our own small universe in the gut, earth, head, heaven, heart, humanity. So here we can bring the hands to a prayer position in front of the heart. We can touch the hands to the chest. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Letting this understanding, this feeling set in. This calm, this ease, this upright, relaxed feeling. Hard and soft Qigong to stimulate the nervous system in the body, because here and in this course, through movement, we influence the mind. Through the body, we influence the mental health, well-being, and the psychological sense of being, the emotional body. So just to finish, hard Qigong and soft Qigong, Yin and Yang, allowing your body to feel and sense and embody and experience hardness and softness. And then now, as you move about your day, go about your day, because you've explored tension and you've brought your attention and awareness into your cells, cells, you have already a connection now, a mental connection. So for example, sometimes we tighten up and we don't even know it. We tighten up like this and we don't even know it. Or we're tightened up like this and we don't even know it. Or we're tightened up like this and we don't even know it. There could be many contractions in the body that we are just simply unaware of. But once we start to get in tune and in touch with the body and express the frame with hard Qigong and soft Qigong, we start to build a relationship and a communication pathway so that we, in our lives, when we get signals of when we're hard in the body, it can trick and stimulate and communicate to the mind that there's something hard in the mental landscape. We started off with that hard line. And that hard line we have to really inspect, because in nature, hardness is associated with death and brittleness. Well, not necessarily brittleness, but if a dead stick is broken, it's broken easily, but a live stick, a stick that's alive and it's healthy and it's hydrated, is malleable and flexible, and it's harder to break. The drier, the deader it is, the easier it is. The harder it is, but the easier it is to break. When it's soft, alive, flexible, and pliable, it's more aligned with nature and and it can respond with aspects that are more natural. There, you can find that your soft line can doesn't steal your energy to hold the rigid line, and it's softer and flexible to allow for more perspective, open-mindedness, just having a capacity to broaden perspective. And this also comes back to our dispute resolution framework and consciousness. If we have a hard opinion, a hard thought that we are willing to die for, then we sacrifice the body and we, can bring our own demise or contribute to the demise of others. So now we're starting to go into the philosophy of the mental landscape and how the concepts of hard and soft qigong can apply to the mind, the mindscape, and the thoughtscape. And so that's also something to think about too, because like we said in the previous class, that this class and facilitation is aware and conscious of the social dynamics and the social environments, and specifically toward division, specifically toward polarization and strife and conflict. Conflict most likely happens when hard, rigid opinions clash and there's no give and take, and there's no open-mindedness or flexibility. Remember, one is associated with nourishment and being alive, and the other is associated with conflict, death. So those are the things that we want to think about when we're in our minds, right? And we're of the consciousness of the headspace, the mental health, and how now with a process you can go into the body and tend to your own inner landscape, your inner garden, your inner well-being. So that's going to complete the session for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, till next time, may your chi flow smoothly, and remember to embrace the woo.